You've tried and tried to systemize your business, but you've been doing it the wrong way. In this video, I'm going to give you the exact playbook that will help you systemize your business like a pro in no time. Hi, I'm Michael Glint of Strategy, and my job is to arm you with strategic insights that will position you and your business to win for a long time. Stick around. All right, so in this video, we're going to be talking about the approach to building systems, the playbook. In the last two videos, previous videos where we were talking about systems, we started with characteristics of living systems and how it applies also to building business systems, okay? Mr. Niger. Then the next one, we'll talk about the 12 principles of secrets to building systems. So this is now the approach, the exact playbook. We're applying those things now. How exactly do you apply it? How exactly do you build this system? What's the approach? Do you understand? So that's what we're going to be dealing with in this video. Now, you'll recall that we define a system as a set of interconnected and interrelated elements or components working together towards a purposeful outcome. Now, if you look at that definition very well, the operative words there is working together, or working, or work. Okay? So work is the operative word. Remove work from there and there's nothing is happening. So work is the operative word there. Now, it means, therefore, that building a system, a business system, is the art and science of organizing work and maximizing the same for the benefit of the customer. Are you getting it now? So anything about building system is just how to organize work and make that work maximized, efficient, so you get the best out of it. That's what building a system is. Now, anything that benefits the customer, say for the benefit of the customer, that's what business is all about. That's why you exist. You exist for the benefit of the customer. So whatever benefits the customer is called value. Okay? Whatever benefits the customer or the business benefit is called value. So the approach now is to map out all the activities that you do, okay, that add value to the customer. Are you getting it now? You map them out. That means you identify them, list them, and do it sequentially. So to help you, because we're talking about organizing work, so we start by categorizing the work, all the activities you do. We can broadly classify them into 9 areas or 9 broad areas of activity. Now, you have the primary activity and you have the secondary, or some call it supporting activities. 5 primary, 4 secondary. What do we mean by primary? The ones that directly add value to the customer, while the supported are the ones that indirectly or they directly add value to the business. So this whole process is called value chain mapping. Value chain, all the chain of activities one by one that add value to the customer. So number 1, primary, we call it inbound logistics. Number 2, operations. Number 3, outbound logistics. Number 4, marketing and sales. Number 5, customer service. So what do we mean by all this? Operations is like the middle ground. That's where the main work happens. So before operations, you have inbound logistics. That's everything, all the activities that have to do with receiving raw materials, storing them, distributing them, receiving, storing, distributing raw materials. Every work that you do, okay, to bring about the finished product, whether it's a product or a service, there are inputs or raw materials. Okay, so those are activities that surround that area. It's called inbound logistics. Then the next one is now operations. So operations has to do with all the activities that transform input into outputs, or inputs into finished products, or raw materials into finished products. Are you getting it now? Then the next one is outbound logistics. Has to do with the finished products, how you store and distribute or deliver the finished products to the customer. So you are categorizing them so you don't miss anything, because we're organizing work now. Okay, so it starts from categorization. That's where organizing comes into play. Categorization. So the next one is now marketing and sales. So it's just about promotion and selling. Okay, marketing has to do with awareness and attention. Sales, transaction, exchange of money. That's where you capture value in the form of payments, revenue. So the next one there is now customer service. So has to do with post-sale support, okay? Maintenance. The sale has already happened, transaction has already happened, but we are still giving the person support. Oh, do you need anything? Are you okay? Did you get the product? Any challenge? Or maybe something that's the very technical product set up. You assist the person in setting up, and also, oh, this is what you are confused about this thing. They help you to figure it out. That post-sale support, customer service, very important. So these ones are adding value directly to the customer. Okay, 5 of them. Then you now have another one, supporting activities. Very important also, but adds value to the business, indirectly to the customer. First one there, you have what they call firm infrastructure. Has to do with management in your company. Activities that have to do with managing people, management, finance. In some companies, they have legal department or unit. All the activities you do there. Okay, those are firm infrastructure. And the next one, you have human resources. Okay, have to do with managing your employees, recruitment, hiring, training, staff welfare, firing, promotions, and all those kind of things. Okay, all the activities you do, they map them out. Then you have tech development, IT systems, technology, innovation, R&D. Then the last one there is called procurement. Okay, has to do with sourcing raw materials, looking for raw materials. Is almost related to inbound. Okay, but this one is that you don't have it yet. You are going to go and buy, to go and source, to go and negotiate for prices with suppliers and all of that. So now you've organized, you've grouped all your work. Okay, different this thing. So the approach now, the next thing you're going to do, okay, you map out. But first of all, you focus on the most critical of them, the one that is biting you. You know, we want to simplify these things. They're not saying, oh, cool, just start that one. You end up being overwhelmed. This thing is not a day job, okay? So start with the one that will add the immediate value to your business. Then the next thing is that when you have mapped out these activities, how elaborate, how detailed are they? The goal is that everything you've written down, if someone comes to do it, that person is going to get the exact same result that you got. What we're going to do now is to give you the framework that will help you put enough detail in that your mapping of the activities, in that value chain map. And that framework is called Clear Map. Okay, since we are doing mapping, be very elaborate, clear map. So now what do we mean by clear map? C is contributor. Okay, meaning who this particular task or set of tasks, who is responsible, who owns it. So you must specify it in your mapping. Mapping out those activities, value chain mapping. You specify who is in charge. Without doing that, you've not started. Okay, that's C, contributor. Then L, location. Where is this activity happening? Is it happening on your laptop? There are some activities you do, things you do on your laptop. Let's say you are a digital marketer. You're using your PC. Okay, that's where these activities going on. Where? Is it in the kitchen? Is it in the warehouse? Is it in the restaurant? Maybe you own a diner or a restaurant. Where is this activity happening? That's location. It will help you put enough detail. Then E is execution method. That means how. What tools are you using? What techniques or methods are you using? There are different methods of doing things. Okay, doing the same thing, but different methods. And they will come out a little differently, or one method may be faster. So we are going to specify the tools and the techniques you're using. That's how, execution method. Now the next one is amount, quantity, meaning how much. So you're telling someone to cook, to prepare rice, for example. You're going to tell the person how much. It's not enough to just say, add a little salt. What do you mean by a little? The exact amount. Okay? That's what recipe means. In chess, when they talk about recipe, that's what recipe is. So detail, step by step, the exact amount. Don't just say take a pinch of salt. Doesn't mean anything. So you specify how many grams of salt, the amount, what you use to measure the exact salt, the exact everything. Okay? How much of it? Then the next one is what? Rhythm, R. So rhythm has to do with timing. As well, at what time does this activity happen? And what duration? And what frequency? Rhythm, timing. Is it 3 times a week, this activity? Is it daily? Is it weekly? Is it 3 times a week? Are you getting it now? So that's rhythm. Then the next one, M, is monitor. That means who validates, after you finish, who validates this work? Who checks, who supervises to see that it is standard enough? Okay? We talked about hierarchy, that there's ranking in under the principles. Okay? There's clear line of authority and reporting. So someone who validates the work, that's monitoring. Then A has to do with alignment. The second A, alignment, meaning how does this contribute to customer value? How is this activity adding value? You have to, because we know that we talked about waste, eliminating waste, excretion under the characteristics. We have to identify waste. Sometimes people get so busy with activities that when you look at it, it's not really adding value to the customer. Okay? So you have to eliminate such things. So you ask yourself, how is it aligned to customer value and to the business goal, overall business goal? So you must check alignment in whatever you do. Then P has to do with passing info. It means communication. Who are you communicating the next step to? Because sometimes you finish this work, you need to hand over to the next person or the next step, next stakeholder. Okay? So how do you communicate? Who are you communicating? Who are you passing necessary info to? Communication in all those things. You understand? Because it's set of interconnected elements, people, processes, and all those things. So if somebody has done something, you hand over to the next person in the chain of value. So you specify all those things. So if you have not already subscribed, I want you to subscribe to this channel. We are going to be dishing out a lot of value, new videos 2 or 3 times in a week. All right? One of the final things we're going to be doing is that after you've mapped out everything in detail, the next thing is, how are you going to measure success of your activities? That's where KPIs come in. You know that each of these areas of activities, 5 here, 4 here, that we've categorized, you need to have like 5, 6 KPIs. In fact, under finance, you should have like 10 key performance indicators. So when you are not yet done, if you have not put certain metrics to measure success in all your activities. So you have 2 types of KPIs. You have the lead KPI, you have the lag. Lag KPI has to do with activities that have already happened. Okay? It's measuring an outcome that has already taken place. But lead KPIs, they are measuring, they are influencing future outcome. Okay? That influence future outcome. You can do something about it to change the final outcome. But lag KPIs, they're just telling you what has already happened. Okay, then you can now make corrections through the insight you gain from lead KPIs. Let's give examples so you understand. For example, now your revenue, okay, last month's revenue is a lag KPI. You cannot change it. It has already happened. It's just telling you how you performed, your sales, how much you got, revenue. That's a lack KPI. Then a lead KPI is something like number of sales calls per week. Okay? Number of sales calls. So number of sales calls is indicative of how much revenue you are going to get at the end of the month. You can do something about it. If you like a number of sales calls, you do 10 in a week. You can increase it to 15 because we are not meeting up in revenue. You can increase your sales call to 20, double it. Then the final thing you do is you are now going to check with the characteristics I will discuss of living things and the principles. Are they in place in this whole mapping that we've done? The processes, the tasks, the steps, the things we have written down. Did they follow all these principles and characteristics? When you have this knowledge and framework at the back of your mind, the exact playbook, how to systemize your business becomes easy. You start with one first. Don't just overwhelm yourself with everything. Start with the most critical one, the one that is giving you the most trouble. Are you getting me now? So I'm going to see you in the next video.